Messy booty.
Turn that down.
So we got
Yeah, no one's here yet. So. What's up, baby? Hand him
it. Yeah.
Okay. How we doing, buddy? He's still half awake. Hi. He's not ready to. Your fans are waiting. We all know he's more popular than I am.
Sports papers are
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make him a body.
Yeah, he's gonna wake up starving. That's how it works. All right, Wiggler. Hey. What's up, buddy? Dogs like sticks. That's how that works. Gucci, how are you doing? Matthew is 2 months old today. And the best way to reach my family, which is all in different states, is right here. So about once a month I've been bringing him on, let everybody say hi, see how much he's grown. Yeah, take care of the grandparents and the aunts and uncles. Because we're all, man, we go all the way from Florida to California, Montana. Hey, buddy. I know. You know, they wake up very hungry. How we doing, Vega? Fippy? I'm sure he'll like turtles. What's up, man? We got his 2-month-old appointment tomorrow. I know he's over 10 pounds now. He might make 11. I don't know. He's somewhere in there. He's actually been asleep for like solid 3 hours. That's a long time for him. He's a wiggler. I know you're hungry. You try to time things out with a baby and it just don't work. Oh.
Wanna feed him or
It don't matter. Because he's a preemie, he's on 22 calorie formula. Makes him twice as gassy. He's about tripled in size since he was born. Actually, maybe even more than that. What's that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's fine.
Yeah, for now. They always eat fast. Well, yeah, you know.
Baby shark, baby shark,
Thankfully, it's a short
baby shark.
Thanks, Kugel. I appreciate the host. How you guys doing? As I was explaining in the first minute before everybody got here, most of my family is everywhere. This is a way for everyone to kind of see him once a month, see how big he's gotten, say hi. People who miss it can watch the vids on Twitch. The last baby stream was probably my most viewed ever. 2 months today, Clark. Can you believe it? He was a May the 4th baby. So, half his stuff is Star Wars. As you know, Clark, all they do is grow and eat and then grow some more. Yeah, it's been a crazy 2 months, and I haven't worked the entire 2 months, so at least we've had double shifts at all times. When I go back to work next week or whenever it is, Mama's going to have to pull more duty. Well, not really more duty. She already does about everything. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Bud, that's baby Matthew. Mathew Grayson. He's pretty hungry right now. He just woke up. My goal was to feed him at 4:30. At 5 o'clock when I went on, he'd be all ready to go. And that just don't work with little babies. Everything's on their schedule. Half the time, even whether or not you get to sleep.
No one gets to sleep.
Thank you, Kugel. Mrs. Stas carries up the average for us, How are your kids doing, Kugel? Say hi to everybody. He's staring at it. Oh, no, I'm not even close to the star. Even the dogs are more liked than I am. I'm like 5th or 6th on the stream. I'm amazed how many people know who Mathew is, ask about him in every stream I go to. I really appreciate it. But he's definitely more popular than I am. And Mrs. Stas is number 2. And the dogs are 3 and 4. Hell, my brother visits every once in a while. He might even be ahead of me with some people. You never know. Thanks for the sub, Kugel. I appreciate it. Jersey Brothers Sports. How we doing? So is it hot in Jersey? This afternoon it was 103. Oh, thank you, Kugel. I appreciate the gifties. Got to keep them diaper funds going. I forgot how much diapers and formula baby goes through. It's amazing. Just having a very boring 4th of July because the baby's kind of too little to do a whole lot. Next year will be a lot better. Gucci with 1,000 biddies. Thank you, sir. It's like 88 there. Oh, that's not too bad. Sheesh. Yeah, and they don't have a job. No kidding. And they make it hard for you to work. At least one of you. And the daycare costs. Mrs. Stas will never work. I know, but just to pay the daycare, all you do is break even or worse. Hi, Terry. How are you doing? That's nice. Here, the lake water by July 4th is usually in the upper 70s or lower 80s. Even that's warm. Thanks for the biddies, Terry. I appreciate it. But July in Missouri is always hot and humid. But usually we don't get rain. We tend to rain real heavy in spring and then real heavy in fall. Actually, the worst flooding I've ever seen at the lake was at Christmas time. When you guys are getting snow, we get tons of rain. Oh, you're good, Terry. Enjoy your game. You playing Fortnite again? Or are you on COD? Oh, I appreciate the biddies. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. I'm trying to see, we got the gifties. Bryce, Clark, Jersey Bro Sports, Kendra, and Deadpool. Nice. Well, yeah, we don't get hurricanes here. We just get tornadoes and crazy ass thunderstorms. I've personally only seen one tornado though, but it did like $30,000 in damage to my house. That is baby Mathew Comet. He's focused on the bottle for a couple more seconds. You know how that goes. They only do three things really. Well, I guess four if you count grow. How's Comet today? I didn't really know how many people would make it today. I know it's hitting dinner time and later on the 4th. But that way it's right on the 2-month mark. And then when the family watches the video back tomorrow or whatever, everyone can see. Poop. They eat, sleep, and poop. And he's good at all three. And then they grow. Those are some serious eyes. Looks like he's trying to do two of things at the same time. I know. Until you put me in COD and let me get my ass handed to me, I'll say some not so nice things. Had a bunch of wins with Corrupt today, though, and then I won, I think, 1 or 2 at Vega. Well, I guess not a lot. We had a few. Yeah, he's gone from 3 pounds, 8 ounces. Right now he's somewhere around 11. I'll know exactly tomorrow. I hope so. Baseball's what I always played growing up. He's stocky like the family, too, so we'll see. Right, buddy? I'd rather have a genius, though, I won't lie. Well, he'll definitely play baseball. The question will be how good he is.
He's gonna be a sports head like his mama.
Probably. Because Mama watches sports, too.
And played her.
She played girls football and softball.
And in wrestling.
Oh, and wrestling, yeah. Mama's good. Mama, unfortunately, has high blood pressure probably forever, but the medicines take real good care of it. But we'll see. She's got her own cardiologist now, so they'll check up on it in 6 months. Other than that, everything else came back perfect. Which I can't complain about that. It's a blessing every day, because I thought I was going to lose them both. Hell yeah, big shout out to Mama. All I had to do was keep her sane. He's ready. He ate the whole bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, big boy. Say hi to your fans. Yeah. Oh, I saw that face. Everybody says hi, Matthew. He sees my big giant TV. That's what he keeps staring at.
And the thing.
Do I have a P.O. box? No.
He has an obsession with things.
A what? Yeah. Comment says hi, Mrs. Stas.
Hi. Yeah, like way over here.
I know. She always tries to hide.
Whatever.
You know they like you more than me. I don't know. That can be funny.
Yeah. They call you the legend.
What
They
you
only
gotta
call me
say?
Mrs. Stas.
Mrs. Stas.
That's it. Now I'm Mama Stas.
Baby Stas.
Oh, he is so cranky. You probably need to be dumpster in.
Come here, big man. Ugh.
It's fat, but if they look at the last video compared to this video, you tell.
Oh yeah, he's grown a ton.
He's chubby. Look at his arms.
A lot of you saw his early pictures. He was so skinny and little. He's definitely got a baseball grip, I'll tell you what. Oh,
Yeah, he don't know if you want to sit up or you want to lay down.
yeah. They never know. We've been doing fantastic. The nice thing is, like I said, I've been off for like 2 months, so she hasn't had to do it all alone. Plus, it allowed her to heal after we got home. I'm a hover dad, as I'm sure you guys can imagine, even though I get my gaming time in. But I haven't been streaming much, but we're going to rectify that. Thank you. Yeah, Grandpa did. I followed them all the way up till Jerry died. Selling grilled cheese and beer. Made a shit ton of money. Right, Bonnie?
Weird.
Nah. He's finding out he can move things.
Yeah.
Get it rolling. Already got him his first baby controller. Right, you want to learn Call of Duty 2030. I guess when you're little, you'll probably like Minecraft. Mario Karts. Now there's a game.
Yes. He needs a Mario Kart.
Right.
Play Monopoly on the computer. His dad doesn't play board games.
Yeah, it goes fast, come. I know, because I have both spectrums. My oldest boy is 22. I know. He's a daddy's boy.
Which works out for me because I don't want a mama's boy. Way more.
He's like, I want to shit up. Bear cracking. What was that?
My uncle being loud. Yeah, I know what that is.
He just staring right up at me.
Make you like, what you do?
Somewhere around the 6-month mark, we have to go back to the NICU because obviously he was born early, Elvis. His soft spot is tremendously large, which is slowly shrinking, but they'll always track that.
I'm a rock star in his prime.
Nice. Yeah, on the top of his head. All babies have them, but usually they're smaller, or his was kind of big. Hadn't hardened up yet. Yeah. Yeah, that exists. So the head can squeeze through the canal. Right. That's why it's like newborns right away have like that cone head.
Yep. Feels like an alien.
Gotcha. Sure, right.
Our baby came out with perfectly round head. He's so cranky.
Yeah, it's kind of bouncy. Diapers full. Yeah,
It's always something.
I know.
Give a fuck. You know that for a second.
Yes, Ma.
Calm down. Hey. What's going on? What's going on? Hey.
It's her first and only. She enjoys her minutes.
Hey. I see you staring at me. We don't want to start this. I cannot blink for a very long time.
What you want?
There you go. What?
Venus. The dog's all alert like it's her turn. Wants her chance. I have 2 total, a 22-year-old and a 2-month-old. Long time in between. My oldest is about to get his bachelor's of science in mathematics. He's not quite sure what he wants to do with it yet, but I can't argue with a kid who got a math degree, especially a full bachelor of science, so he'll have to figure it out. Yeah, I'm used to that comment. A lot of my friends in the internet world are my son's age or younger. But I've also got a lot of followers that way, because not a lot of 22-year-olds can believe an old-ass man like me can whoop their ass in COD. Not that I'm a demon or anything, but I'm decent. I don't have the reflexes. I have to outthink them. I have a lot of streamer friends who call me dad. I have one who calls me grandpa. That's only because the streamer that he calls dad calls me dad, so he decided I had to be grandpa. Daddy Jew. Yeah. I ain't one yet, but I guess I'm old enough.
Oh. You know weird people?
Wave to Kugel. Comment. Daddy Staz. Yeah, that's what everybody's been calling me, Daddy Staz. Baby Staz and Mrs. Staz.
Let's go up some. Oh. Say, hey, people.
They do make amusing faces, that's for sure. Little gassy creatures. Yeah, he's been doing amazing, Google. He's almost caught up to non-preemie babies in size. He's still a little bit short, but the weight is catching up real fast.
Yeah, the doctor said he's growing wide, but not tall.
Right.
He's sleepy.
The nice thing is we're already noticing the normal, 2-month things you look for, like he looks at you, makes eye contact, turns to look at loud noises. Well, thanks, Google. We try. I can't deny it's almost easier at this age because all you really do is feed him and put him down. I know in 3 months, 6 months, he starts running around and getting all crazy. It gets a lot more fun.
I'm not looking too forward to that.
He'll keep us young.
Or kill us.
Nah. I am 47, but my blood pressure is perfect. My blood sugars are perfect. Everything a doctor can check is perfect. And being an American, I'm healthier than most of the 20-year-olds. And I know I can outwork them.
What was that?
It's So Piles. How we doing? Matthew, that's your biggest supporter right there. One of them.
Say hi. Don't touch my arm.
Hell yeah, that's an important day, Google. Yeah, I know. That's like I was saying. I know doing this on July 4th is a little crazy, but it's his exact 2-month birthday. And a lot of the reason I make these videos right now is because the out-of-state family watches them later on in the week or whatever when they got a chance. I appreciate it, pal. You were one of the people there for me when I was stressing. I won't ever forget that. Hell, it was everybody. You guys were all amazing. It's been a miracle it turned out so well. Thank you, Koo. A happy 4th. No offense to the British, but this is our favorite day. Yeah, me too, pal. I really appreciate it. That's all right. We took a lot of what the British gave us and used it. Most of our laws follow the same, with some striking differences. Oh yeah, but we perfected coffee. There's a lot more coffee drinkers here than tea drinkers. And half the tea drinkers here drink iced tea. Sweden. All right, pals, you have a good night, man. I know, dude, I'm joking. We don't take your tea. There's enough for everybody. Yeah, I know. Don't ruin the tea. Well, it's funny because I was on Twitter and I saw there was a British streamer was asking about it because he couldn't believe that we don't all have tea kettles.
I do.
I know we do, but we're one of the only American families I've ever met that has one, and I know we're the only one I've ever seen who actually uses it. Everybody else just puts a pot on the stove and heats up the water or they nuke it. No, we don't all have kettles, dude. No one does. We're one of the few people I've ever met that had one. No, Americans don't have kettles. See, I knew it would strike something up with these guys because I saw the Twitter and they had like 20,000 replies because they just couldn't believe we didn't have tea kettles.
I do, because you gotta steep
I know,
it.
but see, you like, my wife loves tea. She'll go out and get like the 15 pack with all the different kinds. But no, most Americans have coffee makers.
No, you gotta have a tea maker for the tea because it
I
comes
know.
out better.
It comes out way better.
You have to steep it. It's so
Americans, we
good.
are just ignorant when it comes to tea. That's all I can tell you. I know every house in England has a kettle. You're more likely in America to find a toaster than a kettle. We do have fridges, yes. Heats water in a pan. I know lots of people who drink tea that way, or even their coffee if they didn't have a coffee maker. Or they'd have that, what is it, coffee percolator.
Yep.
It's basically the same thing as a tea kettle, but for coffee. Yeah, we got beer fridges at every house. I don't know that we outdrink the British, though. Yeah, that's something you'd have to
They
look
start
into.
young,
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah,
ours
everybody
over-
has a toaster.
They start at 15 there.
Not only so many people have kettles. I've got two ginormous fridges that you guys would think is outlandish. I can promise you, both have huge freezers, and then I have a giant stand-up freezer in my garage. The one fridge I have is devoted totally to beer and soda. Then the freezer in the garage is for all the extra meat. But everybody here either hunts or like has friends who hunt, and you end up with free meat or very cheap meat. Mountain Dew. And my wife drinks Sprite. If it comes down to no Pepsi, dude. I was actually raised on Coke. Americans get all the cool stuff. Well, we invent the cool stuff. We'll see what it looks like 50 years from now. I know, but it comes down to what you're raised on, Comet. And Coke has way better commercials, you know.
I was raised on Pepsi, but I got turned over to Coke.
Coke's way better in ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Hey, the new Coke Zero is good, too.
Yeah, I like the new Coke Zero. But I usually try to avoid sweeteners. I'd actually rather have the regular sugar than sweetener. Ice cream, yes, ice cream. Ice cream's like its own food group. And then there's so many different kinds. Then you can add sodas, or you can add, oh yeah, Iron Brew over there. I'm gonna guess no, because I don't even know what you mean by that.
No. It's I don't know. I don't know if it's a British drink or not. I heard of Iron Brew before, but we don't have it here. Ours got
Or it's
placed with
not
that.
called that.
It's Jones's. Ours is called Jones's. It's the exact same thing as Iron Brew, but it's called Jones.
Plus, we live we're semi-rural out here. My county has 48,000 people, which for an American county is relatively small. We don't have all of the cool stuff like the city folk get. But we also don't have the other crap that goes with city life. The overcrowding, pollution, the dirt, the crime.
Worst crime we got here is someone stole the tractor or a cow.
Yeah. Tractors. No, I've seen worse than that. All the rage right now is people stealing catalytic converters because they can go scrap them for a lot of money. Yeah, I know a lot of British, the Americans, our system is kind of crazy because each state has a lot of autonomy compared to each state. So a lot of us all have different laws. And our state, when it was founded in the original Constitution, had it was written by conservationists. So it was written into our Constitution. And the environment is included in the Bill of Rights as it has its own rights outside of like us screwing with it. So we have like some of the largest national parks, probably per square mile, we probably have the most amount of state parks. Missouri is very much left the way they found it 300, 200 years ago, minus Kansas City and St. Louis. And even their cities are built with more parks than most cities. And I mean, it's on the Mississippi. Kansas City's on the Missouri River. So they're both big time river towns. They've always kept the rivers clean. And the Ozarks are extremely old mountains that aren't really mountains anymore. They're more just like big hills because they're that old. But like we live, I think like 700 feet above sea level. So I mean, it's not like crazy high, but we're not low either. It's beautiful. A lot of fishing, a lot of hunting. Actually, our state's so abundant you have to hunt because you end up with way too many deer and turkeys and other animals if you don't hunt, and then they don't become as healthy.
He might come back over here.
And then we also got bears and mountain lions and coyotes, bald eagles. I see those all the time. Whew. Where you going, buddy?
You want to be wiggle butts?
Yeah, he's all energy today. Yes.
I'll be back.
I actually grew up in a hunting family. So we were taught gun safety. It's like early as we could freaking walk and understand. I probably fired my first gun when I was, I don't even know, 5 or 6. But that was target shooting only. And then as we got bigger guns. Even though right now I don't even have any guns. But we also have bow hunting, crossbow hunting. Now see, but I was raised where by like 6 and 7 years old, when we killed a rabbit or we caught some pheasant, we went home, we plucked them, we cleaned them, took care of them the right way, and then we cooked them. So I've kind of always known where my meat came from anyways, but then I knew how to cut it and take care of it myself. Which is actually common here. It's not very common where I grew up, because I actually grew up semi in the city. Yeah, we ate everything we went hunting for, even the rabbits and stuff. Most kids here, if they're on a hunting family by 12 years old, they know how to field strip a deer and take it right off the field. But if you look up the economics, Missouri's one of the poorer states. Partly because of how it's ran. Our Constitution doesn't allow the government to spend any money that it doesn't have, period. So our government can't go borrow a bunch of money we don't have to do things. They have to wait till they get taxes for it and they can do it. And then the way the state's written, they cannot raise our taxes unless we vote for it, whether it's a cigarette tax or a liquor tax or a road tax. So every time they want to do a tax, if it doesn't explicitly say what it's for and how they're going to spend every penny and what's going to happen with any extra money, the people here just vote no, and it doesn't get through. I like my state. It's you're going to take your money in taxes, you should have the right to actually have say in what it's about. Let the people make the choice if it goes to schools or roads or whatever. Yeah, most Americans don't even know the laws in their own country. Or they complain about one or two issues like that's the overall of everything American in it. But most people are just negative to begin with. They bitch about everything. Most people don't have the maturity yet to kind of step back and really look at what they have. Yeah, there is a lot of fossils in Missouri. We don't have a lot of dirt here. It's very sandstone. So it's all layered, so it's a lot easier for them to find it. We also have some of the largest caves in the world here. The water kind of hollows out the limestone, and then they're all just there ready to go. Or sandstone. Yeah. And we have a lot of wineries because about the easiest thing to grow here in that kind of soil is grapes. They grow great. They like the hot and the humid. Somebody getting tired. Mommy stepped out for a minute, I guess. Yeah, I've been to the Merrimack Caverns, which are insanely ginormous and go super deep. It's where Jesse James hid out when he was an outlaw. Comes from Jamestown. But my son was a Boy Scout. He's now an Eagle Scout. So we used to get to go in there, and we were allowed to go in places where the tours didn't go. I mean, we had to be escorted, but because I knew these kids would behave, we were allowed to go do a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like caves. They're a lot of fun. We got one right here next to us called Bridal Cave. It's got like a 200-foot tall cavern where they do weddings and stuff. Because it's just, with all the stalactites, they put all the lights up. It's really, really, really beautiful. And the nice thing is when it's 110 degrees outside, you go inside a cave and it's all the way back down into like the 50s and 60s. Mrs. Stabs has to have a jacket. But I live in our lake. We do a lot of fishing. Or swimming. All right, everyone. We're starting to lose Matthew here. I'm going to have to go put him to bed in a minute. Who's on right now, Cool? I can't see nothing. I like it. I grew growing up in Chicago with 11 million people. I learned really quickly to appreciate having some space. People in the big city, and I know every city's different, but in general, my experience is people in the big city just are not as nice as country folk. They're in too much of a hurry. Life's too stressful. I don't even blame them. Half the reason I left there was when I moved to here, my rent was like a third, and I was making almost the same money. It's just so expensive to live in a city nowadays. Nobody wants to do it. What was that doing? Oh yeah, I own a house right now. It cost me $170,000. It's 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 2 car garage with a pool. I mean, it's pretty dang nice. And it was 170,000 in Chicago. The same house would have been 450, 500 minimum. All right, well, then I might just shut down for now. I'm actually going to get on and stream in about an hour, hour and a half after dinner and play some COD. But I wanted to make sure everybody got to see Matthew. And like I said, I got a lot of family who watches the video over the course of the week just to catch up and see him. It's kind of hard to have a video call with everybody in the family all the time. It just doesn't work. So far, only Grandpa's been able to get down here and his cousins. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's out on his feet. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. And then I'll be back on in an hour and a half. But I'll be playing COD. It won't be as interesting as, Matthew. Mrs. Stash should say bye to you.
Bye, everybody. I'll go over this way.
Well, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Thank you, Kugel. I appreciate it.